If this sounds familiar to you, I have some advice I want to share with you. When dealing with like a stubborn addiction, you're trying to quit, but you can't, you keep relapsing. I want you to think about this. You try to force yourself to quit. The urges, the addictive thoughts come back, and then you start fighting with yourself because these urges and addictive thoughts are coming back, even though you've tried to quit. This fighting with yourself wastes your energy and it creates cognitive dissonance because why are you fighting with yourself when you've decided, I don't want to do this thing anymore, but then there's a part of you that still has the addictive urges. So you start to fight with it. So you're like, what is going on? It creates this internal confusion and it wastes your energy. And this cognitive dissonance also, if it gets bad enough, if it builds up enough over time, it starts to destroy things like how you enjoy life, how you love yourself and how you love others, your imagination, your willpower. All of these things start to diminish and get hurt by the cognitive dissonance. And then what happens? The cycle repeats. You try to quit again, and this whole thing unfolds. If this is happening to you, it happened to me. I got through it. You can get through it too, I promise. I'm going to talk about what I learned and how I might be able to help you. First, I'm going to talk about cognitive dissonance one more time. You have a vision of living XYZ. Your intentions and your vision are like XYZ. And then you're doing ABC that go against it. Maybe it's opposite or counter to the way you intend to live. This creates cognitive dissonance. That's what I mean by that. You need to spend some time every day articulating and reflecting on the reasons why you want to quit. If you're not doing that yet, that's probably what's holding you back. And that's probably why your subconscious mind is not ready yet. So the subconscious mind is always generating new phenomenon, even though it might be repeating the past, it's always generating new things. Let me give you a couple examples. Maybe you're doing something around the house, or maybe you're driving, maybe you're going somewhere, and all of a sudden you'll notice a conversation will begin in your head. You didn't consciously start this conversation. It just started on its own accord. That is the subconscious mind. Another example is, say you have an addiction. You decide, I'm done with this addiction. I'm not doing it anymore. And then what happens? A few days, weeks go by, and you get the compulsive urges and addictive thoughts coming back about the addiction. That is also the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind defends and protects and expands upon all of the habits that we have. It doesn't know what habits are good or bad. The subconscious mind doesn't know anything about good or bad, helpful or destructive. If you have a habit, the subconscious mind is going to protect it and nurture it and expand upon it. This is how muscle memory is formed. This is how all habits are formed, including addictions. This is why forcing yourself to quit and fighting with yourself doesn't work. It's because that has nothing to do with the subconscious mind. It's not changing the subconscious mind. You're just trying to consciously force yourself out of something that a part of you is not ready for yet. To change the subconscious mind and what it's doing, and to make sure it's not holding you back from quitting this addiction, you need to spend some time each day, 10, 15 minutes, articulating why you want to quit, what are the reasons, and how you intend to live. This can be through speaking, and you can record your voice, and that way you can listen to it later. You can write it. I prefer writing. That's what the 533 routine is that I developed that helps accelerate the quitting process with an addiction. You write about the reasons why you want to stop, and then every day you're also reading your past writings. This is a form of articulation and reflection. This is how you change the subconscious mind. This is what's holding you back. You can consciously try to force yourself to quit over and over and over again, but until your subconscious mind is ready, you're going to be wasting your energy and you're going to be fighting with yourself. So, articulation, speaking, writing, and reflection, whether it be reading your writings or maybe listening to somebody talk about quitting addictions, or listening to somebody else's story or whatever, those two things, reflection and articulation, need to be repeated every day, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, not very much time. And this will change the nature of your subconscious mind. It will get you out of it. It will create thought habits that will help you in assisting with the quit. This takes not much energy at all. It's just persistence. So my message to you today is, stop fighting with yourself. Stop wasting your energy. Instead, shift your focus towards making your subconscious mind ready with either your own routine, or you can use the 533 routine, some form of articulation and reflection. For some people, it's going to be easier if they just record themselves speaking and listen to it later. But I think for most people, the majority of people actually will prefer writing and then reading your past writings. It doesn't take much time. You can do it. I promise. It'll help. Even if it's just even if you just start today with writing one sentence, what is a reason you want to quit? Write that sentence down, Read it a couple times today. Watch what happens to you. The more you do that, the faster your subconscious mind will change and the faster you will attain freedom and get rid of this addiction. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it gave you something to think about. My name is Nicholas. I'll see you in the next one and take care. Stay along the path. I'll see you again. Bye.